Hey guys, how are we all? So welcome to My Way Tarot. This is going to be a reading for the next 7 days for Scorpio. So if you have Scorpio as your sun, moon, rising, Venus, Mercury or North Node placements in your birth chart, this reading will be for you. This is a timeless reading, so it's whenever you come across this reading, it's where it's most likely to resonate for you and not necessarily just when I post a video. So if you do happen to see this at a later date, please don't be overly concerned by that, as there may still be messages in here for you. Also, this is a general reading, so with the messages, please only take what you feel resonates and leave the rest. And please use your own sense of discernment with these messages and not force them to fit with a particular situation. So if the messages of the whole reading resonates, then that's wonderful. But if the messages of the reading doesn't ring a bell, doesn't resonate whatsoever, then it's simply not your reading, guys, okay? So we're going to get into it. We have the Modern Witch Tarot that we're using today. So Angels of Love and Light, could we please have clear and concise messages for Scorpio, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, Mercury and North Node placements? What do they need to know for the next 7 days? What are the current energies surrounding the next 7 days? Please and thank you. What do they need to know? One more shuffle and then we'll cut up the deck and get straight into your reading. So thank you for your patience, guys. Okay. Right, so bottom of the deck, we have the Page of Swords. Interesting. So Gemini, Libra and Aquarius energy, so air sign here. You could be dealing with an air sign, or you have a lot of air in your chart, or potentially you're dealing with someone that does. There's some sort of communication or information making its way to you here, okay? I feel like it's been long awaited for some reason, okay, but it's like all of a sudden out of the blue it just comes into you, like as in, you know, you'll receive a letter or a text message or an email or a phone call or some sort of paperwork that may be, you know, coming in for you guys, okay? But this potentially could be in regards to you, or maybe even I'm getting maybe a family member, like a sibling or something like that. Okay, or this could be information regarding a child of your own if you have children. I'm also picking up on something to do with medical records for some reason. Okay, so maybe you've been dealing with a few health issues and you've been wanting to get the outcome for a particular test result, or maybe you've been you know, thinking about whether to go to the doctor or etc. to talk about some sort of an assessment or diagnosis of sorts, or you want to just be able to get something off your chest in regards to this, okay? Maybe you've been thinking about it, but you weren't sure how you were going to be perceived by the doctors or someone if you were going to open up about this, etc. I know that sounds very specific here, guys, but I am picking up on all of that for some reason. There may even be some sort of legal implication as well involved some way, somehow, that you could be dealing with a court situation here, okay? Yeah, finalizing something to do with a matter to do with the court here, okay? So I'm picking up on justice energy. So you may have Libra placements, or you've been waiting from something to occur, maybe since Libra season, as in last year. Okay, interesting. Strength card, Leo energy. Wow. What else can we get here, please? Wow, okay, too much. What's going on here for Scorpio, please and thank you? Yeah, that Page of Swords came out again, guys. Wow. Page of Cups. Wow. Okay, so Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces may be significant. 8 of Swords. What's this about? What else? 3 of Cups. Yeah, there's a positive outcome. There's a positive outcome to do with something that you've been very anxious about, worried about, concerned over here. You may have been in your feels a little bit here. An extra bout of emotion maybe kind of surging around as of right now. Maybe you've just been feeling more emotional recently. Okay, the Fool, Aries energy. You're about to have a new beginning. You have a lot of new energy coming in for you, and there's a lot to be celebrated over. Yeah, King of Wands, Aries, Leo, Sagittarius now coming through as well. And the Seven of Swords, yeah. Interesting to me how we have the 8, the 7, and then we have the Ace that we saw earlier. So, and then this can be a card indicating something going on covertly, okay, undercover. There could have been lies about a situation. Not everything is what it seemed. Maybe someone here thought that they were going to get away with something, but it turns out they're not going to get away with it, because I'm hearing the missing puzzle piece to do with whatever has been going on is being brought to the forefront here. Yeah, look at that with Temperance, Sagittarius energy. So I feel like you're covered here, okay? You're covered. You're being divinely guided, divinely supported here. I'm picking up on Archangel Michael type of energy as well. So you may be kind of calling out to him. Yeah, I'm getting that. Look, 2 of Pentacles with the 3 of Pentacles, 4 of Swords. I feel like the sense of exhaustion, okay? Like you've been, you know, doing your best here, working diligently, trying to balance of everything. And, you know, there are moments where you feel to yourself, like, I'm doing really well, everything's great, I can do everything all at once in one day. It's like, you know, when you have that extra boost of energy and you just seem to be on the go, like, and then at the end of it all, you're kind of like, oh, completely and utterly burnt out for some reason, okay? Yeah, 6 of Swords. You're moving on to calmer waters in regards to something here. But it's been a long time coming, and we have the 7, the 6, the 7, and the 8. So whatever has been potentially escalating here in regards to causing you this worry, that's all coming to an end, okay? That's coming to an end very, very soon. I'm also picking up on, in regards to a opportunity to travel. You could be receiving a new contract here in regards to traveling. You may be self-employed here, or you have your own business, or you have a little kind of side hustle here. I'm picking up on moonlighting energy, like you may have a full-time job, but then you do something extra on the side as well. Maybe you've been a little bit concerned about whether things were going to be picking up for you. You know, maybe you haven't had the much physical evidence representing that things are kind of improving for you in that form or fashion. But I feel like ultimately still be positive and have faith and continue persevering whatever it is that you're doing as of right now, because everything will naturally align and come together, okay, when it's ready to do so. And when it's in the form of, when it comes through, it's going to be even better than you had previously hoped for, or maybe even expected or anticipated on some level here. I'm also getting this energy that there could be someone around you, maybe in the workplace, if you do work in a company, for instance, or just general kind of work colleagues here. If it's like more of an institution or something, like potentially you could be in the caring profession, okay? And I nearly said professor for some reason, so some of you could be academics or students, but I'm picking up on if you're like a nurse or something, or a nurse or a doctor, you've been waiting for an outcome to get to a particular resolution. I'm getting something to do with increase in pay, okay? Maybe asking for more money, and you may have felt like you've been taken advantage by others here. I'm picking up on something to do with an institution like the government or something like this for some reason. And you may have been like, oh, how are they getting away with it? How are they not recognizing of our worth? How are they not able to do this, that, and the third? But I feel ultimately things are changing and they're turning around in your favor. And just know that whatever is done in the dark comes to light in the forefront anyway. It's just kind of like the waiting game, which obviously can be very difficult to deal with. So it's just a sense of trying to stay as grounded as possible here. I'm also picking up on that somebody around you, okay, or maybe even multiple people have known that they haven't been treating you the best way that they could have treated you. Like, they could have done things a lot differently here, okay, and now they're trying to strategize on how to get back to being in your life or being in your good graces, as it were, maybe even being friends. Some of you will be fine and kind of, you know, talk things through and reconcile, etc., etc. But I still feel like you're not going to be holding back with what it is that you're wanting to say, or speaking of your truth. So if you have been feeling, you know, a little bit hurt or upset by something, you're going to have the courage and the confidence to be like, do you know what, you know, yes, overall with so and so, I would like to resolve this and fix this, but then at the same time, I'm not going to be in my head anymore and then think later on, if we did try to meet up and reconcile or sort things out, that I didn't kind of say what I truly wanted to say, and I'm kind of sabotaging of myself by not being fully authentic and expressing, you know, what's really going on with me, okay, and how I really feel about a situation, and how something may have been more troubling at the time or more challenging, and not kind of fully admitting of how difficult something has been to deal with. I feel like you'll be, you know, bringing a lot of clarity on a situation, okay, but I feel ultimately the ball will be very much in your court, because I feel like you're going to be approached by others here. Okay, now this doesn't necessarily have to be romantic. I'm picking up on like family members, friends here, work colleagues, you know, people from your past that you may have lost touch with. I'm picking up on like a sense of like a fair weather friend here, okay, like someone that you were around, that you used to get on very well with, and then you went separate ways, or, you know, you didn't really speak very much. And it could be just as innocent because there was physical distance between the two of you, and then next they want to reach out, okay, and then somebody may have something that they want to bring up to you and your attention and be like, well, I was a little bit hurt that, you know, we did go our separate ways and we haven't spoken in so long, and I'm getting like a potential ghosting energy, or kind of like running away, or just not getting in like consistency with the communication for some reason. I don't know how that may resonate, but I'm picking up predominantly like an old friend, okay, for some of you. I'm also getting, in regards to a love situation, there is someone who is looking into having a new beginning with you, okay? Now, this could be someone that wants to come back around. They want to fix things with you. They want to show of their sense of loyalty to you in this connection. I feel that potentially this person may even apologize over something. They could have potentially lied about a third party situation here, or they may have lied, you know, to themselves or to you in regards of how, you know, how they felt about you. This person has been in their head here, okay? They've had some sort of challenges in regards to overthinking, okay, the sense of mental anguish in regards to trying to find the right words in communicating with you, because they know that you're incredibly intuitive here, I'm picking up on, and that you are someone who can just kind of, you know, sense somebody's energy, their body language. You can just look into their eyes and it's literally like you can read their soul, okay? That's the kind of vibe I'm picking up on. And also I feel like you know a lot of what's going on with this particular individual, like around their kind of life here, and they may have not necessarily said of anything, but you get signs and synchronicities pretty often here. So I feel like you're very much connected with source, okay, very tapped into the divine, I'm hearing, the universe, to however this resonates for you. But there is someone who wants to change up their strategy, okay? They may have come in a little bit hot and heavy, or they were a bit inconsistent in the past, maybe gave mixed messages. They may have said that they would do of something and then they didn't follow through with that, and so therefore you may have left, you know, this person in the past, like retreated of your energy and just didn't kind of put any more into it, because you were wanting something more reciprocal with this individual, and you were doing your bit, but they probably weren't doing of theirs. They were maybe distracted elsewhere or had other things going on, and they didn't leave you know, much opportunity to explain of certain things, okay? And you may have felt a little bit like lost, you know, because you kind of felt like you were being, you know, led on potentially, or you felt like you were just out of the picture, which was, you know, really sad for you, because I feel like you wanted to be a part of this person's life. And I actually do believe this person wants to be a part of your life as well, but they feel on some level, if they were to come back in, okay, that you would, you know, move on to someone else potentially, or that you would reject them if they were to put themselves like romantically out there to you, or if they were to express of their feelings. You may say, look, well, thank you for the closure and all, but I'm done, okay? I can kind of forgive of what happened, but then at the same time, I'm having to, you know, take some more time to see if I can trust, you know, you and this connection again, etc., and work through some things, right? So I don't feel like you're kind of in a rush here to do of anything with this person. It's like, yes, you would like things to be relatively peaceful, their sense of harmony in the connection with you both, but you're definitely not going to be sticking your neck out, okay, like you may have done previously, because, you know, I don't feel that it was just met with someone, you know, with you kind of with equal measure, if you know what I mean. Like, you may have dealt with a lot of, you know, negative self-talk, or you were kind of saying of certain things about yourself in regards to, you know, what is it about me? Do they not like me? Taking things personally, etc. And it's you know, it's so easy to take stuff personally, especially romantically. You know, if especially if you and someone, you know, you've had a bit of history together and you get on very well, or you did, and then you know, it just seems to be like out of the blue, a situation just unfolds in a way that you know, never really saw coming, okay? It's like something, you wanted something to start off with a romantic interest, right? Or just to see where things would go and just test the waters. But then at the same time, it's like something completely ended before it had even had the opportunity to start. And I don't feel like it was anything to do with you and you doing of anything wrong. I feel like it was down to this person, you know, and their kind of beliefs or perceptions on certain things, maybe in regards to love or what have you. But they may have had people in their ear as well saying of certain things, you know, they may have had a very tight kind of social circle, and, you know, these people that they may have known for a long time, maybe since childhood or their kind of new teenage years, early 20s, what have you, and they didn't really want to rock the boat with these people, okay, for some reason. They may have asked for some sort of advice, and these people were like, oh, well, you shouldn't do this, or you could do that, and try to play it cool with by doing of this, and you shouldn't tell them that, and you shouldn't do this, etc., etc. And your person may have listened to these individuals and really took it on board because of the sense of, you know, they've been in their life a long time. But I feel now this person may be realizing that, hang on a moment, I'm feeling upset here, because now this person who you told me to play it cool with, who's shown of themselves, they've actually turned the other cheek and they've walked away, or we're not in that sense of, you know, communication like we used to be. I have all these memories from the past, and I'm not sure whether something is going to be coming back around again for us to relinquish, if you get what I mean. And now they're like looking at their so-called friends and realizing that these other friends or these other people who they knew may have had some sort of hidden agenda in regards to keeping your person tied up with them in some sort of way, or preventing them from coming to see you in some type of way, or like get them in this position and place where, you know, they would revert back to old habits, okay, you know, maybe partying too much, maybe drinking too much, I'm getting smoking too much, what have you, like work hard, play hard type of vibe. And I feel like now this person has like matured and they've grown out of a certain lifestyle. I mean, I feel like, you know, they still like to have a good time and they dabble in with this and that, but I feel ultimately it's not like 24/7 like hardcore carryings on with a particular way of living, if you get what I mean. Like this person is looking at themselves, looking at their life. They want things to be different, okay, with what they've got going on. I feel also as well is like you may intimidate this person a little bit here, okay, because I feel that you kind of shoot from the hip. You have no issues with saying to someone, this is how I'm feeling about this, I'm upset with this. You know, like there isn't a sense of mystery as such from you in that way, because I don't feel now you're kind of holding back as much as maybe you used to. There could have been the sense of feeling like you couldn't have said what you wanted to say previously, like being silenced or something. But I feel ultimately like you're finding of your voice now, okay? I'm getting something to do with your throat chakra could be, you know, being focused on here, okay? Maybe cleansing and purging of certain blockages to do with this. I'm also getting told something to do with baths for some reason, like spiritual baths. You could be looking into doing of these or finding out a little bit more to do with them as well. Especially if you kind of got people around you here that you work with, or family members, or who you live with, etc. And you know, the vibe's a bit off, okay? Like the energy's just not quite right. And you may be feeling that that actual environment itself could also be jeopardizing you receiving of this new beginning, certain manifestations coming into fruition, or maybe even just trying to achieve a sense of balance with your work life, okay, your personal life, your love life, your career, etc., like all sorts of different types of things. But this person, you know, from your past, okay, I feel like they're very attracted to you, but they have not expressed this in the way that you may have expressed of your emotions to them. I'm getting two different love languages here for some reason, so that may be something that's significant. I feel ultimately you both have these mutual feelings for each other, but for some reason this person's definitely more reserved, okay? You know, they don't put themselves out there very often in regards to love connections, either because of something that may have previously happened in their life where they were maybe cheated on, or they were lied to, or that they you know, had to grow this kind of like tough cookie kind of exterior here, and kind of cut people off, or you know, put people at arm's length, as it were, rather than kind of opening up in that regard. You know, keeping things relatively light, relatively casual here. But I feel ultimately now this person has kind of taken account into why things have unfolded the way that they have with other relationships, or they've not necessarily worked out, and they may have thought like, oh, it's all to do with the other person, they did this and they did that, like I'm picking up on the blame game, but then realizing that actually it takes, you know, two people to kind of go through a love connection, and you're having to work through certain things for yourself, okay? But maybe this person didn't want to look at themselves, but the way that there was the interaction between the two of you, you or them, you may have forced this person in some sort of manner to look at themselves, and they weren't ready to do of this, and so therefore there could have been more delays of you and this person kind of realigning together and working things out with each other, right? Another thing I'm picking up on is that if you're dealing with someone, you know, brand new, this person is, you know, very keen, okay? You may have started kind of texting or messaging each other, or you potentially have gone out on a date or two, or you're wanting to discuss, you know, things in the future with each other about, you know, taking the connection to the next level. I feel like this person is someone who, they may have had a bit of a reputation in the past, okay? Now, I'm not saying for every single one of you. There could be someone who you get on very well with, there's a lot of fun, but this person may just want something, you know, like a sneaky link or what have you. But I feel like if this person gives off any impression of like a red flag in regards to that, obviously it's no judgment here, you do whatever you like, you know. But what I'm saying is, if you're sensing of something or realizing that someone's intentions aren't naturally to kind of date you, to go have a deeper of a commitment, and that there could be somebody else like in their life that they're talking to, like, you know, there isn't a sense of exclusivity between the two of you. This person, you know, they may be hiding of something, okay? You know, dealing with other people, talking to other people, and then just like you may be realizing, okay, so this person is just wanting to have a good time with me, like they just want that and nothing else. And so a lot of you would be like, well, no, that's not what I'm here for, okay? I hold myself, you know, to a different degree here, like I'm not kind of partaking in that. And you could be making yourself very clear in that, and there may be a little bit of upset or anger from this person in some way. They may feel like you've kind of been a bit of a, I just heard a tease, okay? But that's not necessarily the case. You may have just obviously been, you know, getting on and flirting and what have you, but there's potentially this sense of entitlement for some reason from someone, and I'm not picking up a very good vibe about it. But I don't feel like it's necessarily a current love interest, okay? Or someone coming back around. I feel like it's more like somebody new, okay? So you could be dealing with potentially two people for some of you, whereby you have someone from your past, you have somebody new, okay? One is wanting more of a commitment and the other one is not really kind of too interested in that. They just want to kind of, you know, have a good time. But I feel like you're very discerning here, you're very intuitive, and you'll kind of know and pick up on the cues, as it were, with whatever is showing up for you, okay? But also, you know how I was talking about earlier in regards to a legal situation? Somebody is getting found out, okay? Somebody may have lied about some sort of paperwork here, or they thought that they got away with it, but they haven't. They're going to be kind of trapped and bound in some sort of way, and it's going to deeply affect them. But they may have felt like, you know, they weren't going to get caught doing of something untoward to you potentially, or they were trying to do something that was going to be of great benefit to them and then put you in a challenging position here. But I feel like you kind of, you know, sense this, but you may have felt like you've had to keep things to yourself, and you may have not had an ally to be able to talk to someone, okay, physically about certain things, or you've been concerned that if you were to open up and think and feel like, you know, something a bit difficult is going on around you, you may have felt like you couldn't really trust of many people with that information, so you've had to keep it, you know, quiet here. But if you feel like you need to kind of voice it out loud or get it off of your chest or kind of talk things through, then I'm hearing like your, you know, your spiritual team, your spirit guides, the universe, okay, it's here to listen to you, okay, maybe give you that sense of support and reassurance. And I feel like ultimately, you know, in your heart of hearts, what the right answers are, okay? You'll have that sense of clarity very soon on a situation, or multiple situations for that matter. But yeah, I'm picking up on a lot here. So obviously with these messages, they are general, and please only take what you feel resonates and leave the rest. But yeah, I'm picking up on 888, 111, 1111, 777, 000, 333, 444, 144, okay, 414 as well. Strong Leo, Sagittarius, Aries, Gemini, Libra, Aquarius, Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces, okay, as well. Maybe very significant here, guys. But I feel like that's going to be the end of your reading. Okay, lots of different messages that came through. So obviously, as I say to you, take what you feel resonates and leave the rest. If you are interested, guys, I have just recently posted the new Valentine's readings. It's an all sign reading and there are timestamps available, and if you wanted to find out what's going on for around Valentine's on Valentine's, there is a video available, and you can get an extra love reading or two with checking out your sun, moon, rising and Venus placements in your birth chart with that reading, and cross watches as well. But anyway, guys, this is the end of your reading, so I hope you have enjoyed this reading as much as I've enjoyed reading for you today. If you have enjoyed this reading and you wish to support myself and the channel, there are donation links now available, so thank you so much to those of you who've already done this. I greatly appreciate you guys. If you did wish to financially donate, a great way to do this is to check out the link in the description box below for a PayPal for my for the channel, you know. The other option is the super thanks underneath this video, so thank you to those of you who've already done this. I greatly appreciate you guys. Even if you don't financially donate, a great way to energetically donate is to like, share, subscribe, comment down below, and I'll get back to you guys on those comments when I can, so thank you so much. Please feel free to hit the notification bell so you get an alert as to when I post another video for you, so you don't miss out on any future updates or you know, new content on the channel. And thank you to my members, guys. I'm very grateful to you, and if you wish to be a member, there's a link in the description box below for that, as well as with all the information that you need. But anyway, guys, sending love and light your way, many blessings. Please feel free as well to check out the other zodiac signs for more messages in these other placements of your birth chart for your timeless next 7-day readings. But anyway, thank you so much for being here. Sending love and light. Take care. Speak to you soon. Thank you. Bye, guys.